Victoria Beckham has always been a name synonymous with style, fame, and a carefully controlled public image. But when it comes to Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, the world has always wondered what she truly thinks. For years, whispers in the media have hinted at tension, friendship, rivalry, and even jealousy between these two powerful women. Today, we are diving into what Victoria Beckham finally said about Meghan Markle, and what it reveals about the world of fame, royalty, and influence. It all started when Meghan first entered the royal spotlight. A Hollywood actress turned duchess, she suddenly became one of the most talked about women in the world. Naturally, the British press was eager to compare her to those who were already icons in the UK. And who better than Victoria Beckham, someone who had transitioned from pop star to fashion mogul, all while being married to football royalty David Beckham. The parallels were obvious. Both women understood the pressures of fame, both lived under constant media scrutiny, and both had an eye for fashion. But according to insiders, things weren't always smooth between them. There were rumors early on that Meghan looked up to Victoria's style and even reached out to her for advice. Meghan was often photographed wearing pieces from Victoria Beckham's fashion line. This seemed like the beginning of a high-profile friendship. But soon after, stories began to circulate in tabloids about alleged tension. Reports claimed that Meghan confided in friends that private details about her life were being leaked to the press, and some suspected Victoria's circle might have been the source. Though this was never proven, the British media amplified the story, suggesting that Meghan and Victoria's friendship had cooled. For Victoria Beckham, who has built her brand on discretion and poise, this narrative was uncomfortable. She rarely comments on personal matters, especially those involving celebrities of Meghan's magnitude. But now, years later, Victoria finally spoke publicly, offering her perspective on Meghan Markle. She acknowledged the constant speculation and admitted that the rumors of rivalry were hurtful. Victoria pointed out that both she and Meghan had faced the harsh glare of the media, and rather than being enemies, they actually understood each other's struggles more than the public realized. This revelation changed the tone of the conversation. For the first time, Victoria Beckham openly defended Meghan, saying that the press often pits women against each other unfairly. She highlighted how damaging false stories can be, not just to reputations but to personal lives and families. By speaking up, Victoria reminded the world that beneath the headlines, there are real people navigating immense pressure. But let's not forget, Victoria Beckham is not only a celebrity, she's also a brand. Every word she speaks has business implications. Her fashion empire, her image as a polished and unproblematic public figure, all depend on careful messaging. So why now? Why finally speak about Meghan Markle after years of silence? Some analysts believe it's because the narrative had gone too far. By staying silent, Victoria risked letting rumors define her relationship with Meghan. By speaking up, she reclaimed control. For Meghan, who has often been painted as difficult or divisive, having someone like Victoria Beckham publicly acknowledge her struggles is significant. It challenges the storyline that Meghan is isolated from powerful allies. It reminds people that behind the gossip, there is a shared human experience, especially for women navigating fame, fashion, and family under constant public pressure. Now, let's consider the bigger picture. Both Victoria Beckham and Meghan Markle represent a shift in how women in the spotlight assert control over their narratives. Victoria reinvented herself from posh spice into a respected designer and businesswoman. Meghan transitioned from actress to duchess to advocate for women and mental health. Both faced criticism at every stage. Both were accused of being ambitious, controlling, or difficult, labels often reserved for women who refuse to play small. By speaking about Meghan, Victoria not only defended her but also subtly defended herself. The media thrives on stories of rivalry, especially among high-profile women. It's the classic formula: pit two glamorous, successful figures against each other, then sit back as the public debates who's better. Victoria's decision to reject that narrative and instead focus on shared struggles flips the script. It encourages people to look deeper and question why society loves to watch women compete instead of collaborate. Throughout the interview, Victoria also reflected on how fame has changed over the years. In the 90s, tabloids were powerful but limited. Today, social media magnifies every rumor within seconds. Meghan, in particular, has faced a digital storm unlike anything Victoria experienced in her Spice Girls days. By acknowledging this, Victoria showed empathy and awareness of how brutal the online world has become. The question now is, will Meghan respond? So far, the Duchess has remained silent on Victoria's comments. That silence might be strategic, allowing Victoria's words to speak for themselves. Or perhaps Meghan will eventually echo the sentiment, emphasizing solidarity over rivalry. Either way, this moment marks a turning point in how the public perceives their connection. In the end, what Victoria Beckham finally said about Meghan Markle wasn't dramatic, scandalous, or explosive. Instead, it was thoughtful, measured, and surprisingly supportive. It was a reminder that even in the harshest glare of fame, empathy still matters. It was also proof that sometimes, silence can be misinterpreted, and a few carefully chosen words can reset the narrative. So what do we take away from this? Two women, different in background but similar in struggle, finding a way to respect each other despite years of rumors. For fans of both, it's a refreshing change from the negativity that often dominates headlines. And for the media, it's a reminder that not every story needs to end in rivalry. As the cameras turn to the next royal scandal or celebrity feud, Victoria Beckham's comments will remain an important footnote in Meghan Markle's ongoing journey. They show that solidarity, especially among women in the spotlight, can be powerful, even when it arrives later than expected. And maybe that's the real lesson here. In a world obsessed with tearing people down, choosing kindness is the most powerful statement of all. If you enjoyed this deep dive into what Victoria Beckham finally said about Meghan Markle, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with others who follow royal and celebrity news. We'll keep bringing you more untold stories, hidden truths, and exclusive insights about the world's most talked about figures. Stay tuned for the next video, you won't want to miss it.